the Mavs, fashion first, getting off the bus, and now they'll try to make the same impression on the court, going after this win on the road. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. And on tap tonight, it's the Houston Rockets going up against the Dallas Mavericks. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni is the modern-day godfather of pace and space. His teams in Phoenix popularized small ball, moving around and pushing the tempo in their 7 seconds or less offense. It's ironic that now his Houston team plays a much slower isolation style of basketball. And Kevin, that shows his flexibility and D'Antoni's ability to adapt to his personnel.
Whatever works, David. Thanks. And look now at a few years' worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Harden.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defense.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. On the wing, Doncic and Jackson. Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Green is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Tucker in at center. We're in the middle of the season, Doris. Some teams now just beginning to find their stride, their rhythm. How do they now maintain it?
Yeah, I think at this point of the year, you've established your rotation. Players know when they're going to come in, when they might be subbed out. I think it's about sort of finding, keeping, and maintaining that rhythm and execution that should be very, very well ingrained in your guys' habits.
I know you found you played this way, but when you know your role, when you know the minutes and the rhythm, as we were just talking about, I think for a player that's huge. Am I correct?
You are. Know your role and star in your role.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. 5 to shoot. Brunson kicks to Doncic. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Harden. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Dallas shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Well, Luka Doncic, from the moment he stepped between the lines in the NBA, has flashed incredible potential and skill.
Outside, Covington. Pass to Tucker. At the top of the key, Westbrook. Shoots over Brunson. And it's Westbrook missing. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Back to Doncic. That shot off. Good work defensively by Harden. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Portland.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Doncic has gone 2 of 4 from the field. Outside Westbrook. Another miss by Houston. Jackson finds Brunson. Back to Jackson. Connects from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To end the run, Porzingis with the block.
This guy is showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Outside, Green. Houston needs to get a shot. They shoot again. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
The Mavericks leading. Here's Doncic. Green with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Covington. And the rejection by Jackson. It's stolen by Green. This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside, Covington. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Shot clock reset for the Rockets.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Porzingis with the block.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
So here's Westbrook, coming off a solid outing against Portland. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
That free throw good from Doncic.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The #3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. He's perfect from the line this time. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Cauley Stein's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Now, here's Doncic, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Brunson finds Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And it's Green, missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Rockets trail by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Looking to get it going. Westbrook can't get it to go.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Porzingis can't hit.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Green. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Here's Dallas. This run now up to 13-2. Jackson passes to Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And we get a break in the action. Let's check out the leaders in steals. Russell Westbrook third.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Brunson. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Brunson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Gordon. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He dishes it to Tucker. From deep. Westbrook, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Porzingis, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jeff Green picks one up.
You know, and with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first free throw is good. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time. We've always been wowed by the athleticism in the NBA, but it seems to be becoming even more athletic. And certain guys get it done, Doris, in different ways.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of examples, Kev, of guys who don't have or are not blessed with incredible athleticism, but who have found a way to be successful. Nikola Jokic is a first-team NBA player who plays very much below the rim. And then you look at certain shooters who can affect the game. J.J. Redick, he is impossible to guard because he's one constant stream of movement. So, listen, if you have great skill for your position, without athleticism, you can still find a way to have a job in this NBA.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Right with the double team. Rivers passes to Carroll. Here's Cephalosha. Guarded by Hardaway. Cephalosha misses.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Inside. Here's Kid Gilchrist, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Count that one.
Well, Austin Rivers, not just a scorer. This guy will set you up if you're open.
And it's right with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside Hardaway. Passes it to Powell. Low block shot on the way. Great D that time from Green. Gordon with it. Hardaway picks him up. The drive by Green. That one falls.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
And there's the pass to Powell. Over Green. Powell. That's good.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so here is Houston. The Mavericks making the shot. Here's Rivers. And there it is for him.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Mavericks leading by 11. Wright looking around. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Powell. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And for Houston, they're shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Green, the pass to Carey. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Wright. Jacks up a three. Not going to go that time. So Houston will take it the other way. Carroll dishes to Rivers. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Austin Rivers knows how to navigate through defenses, puts the ball on the deck and gets to his spot.
Wright with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Kleba. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Pass to Cephalosha. And some nice passing there by Houston. Carroll passes to Gordon. Clock at 6. Here's Green, and it's Houston with another.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Right against Cephalosha. Right inside. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. The shot misses. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. The Rockets making the shot. Right outside. But they get it back. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Kleba. And that one is good.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Rockets trail by 9. Rivers surveying the D. The 11-footer. Again, the Rockets score.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Dallas has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Shot and game clock separated by 5. To the inside. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Wright. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
and they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Now Rivers. He had a big outing in that Trailblazers game as well. From downtown, and that one is off. That shot misses. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. Russell Westbrook, a surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
You can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, we've got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Hardaway is out there with Wright. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Kleba in at the 4. And it's Wright with the ball for Dallas. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Out to Hardaway. Off target with his 3.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
From deep, Harden. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's 7 points for James Harden.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Now here's Wright. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kleba, the pass to Hardaway. Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Rockets trail by 6. 4-on-3 break. McLemore dishes to Rivers. Back to McLemore. Kicks it to Rivers. Now, here is Harden. 26 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Powell. Finish off the break. Powell's got his second bucket tonight.
The speed on the break from Powell right now, just booking down the court and getting to the basket.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. A shot by Harden, wide open. No good on the 3. Dallas leading by 8. To the paint. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. Then for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Now, here is Harden. 7 points in the game. Tucker, good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Here's Doncic. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Mavericks have shot 6 of 7 at the line. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Rockets. And then for Dallas, Justin Jackson comes in for Hardaway, and it's Jalen Brunson in for DeLon Wright. Doncic, no good on the free throw. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Stolen by Tucker. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
For 3, Westbrook, and another 3 for Houston.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Brunson kicks to Doncic. And it's good, 2 points. Doncic has got 12.
Well, Luka Doncic right now cooking. This guy's got his rhythm, and he's making it hard on the defense.
Rockets trail by 7. And here's Harden. He has 7. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Harden hits them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Brunson kicks to Doncic. Covington with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Yep, that one goes. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
We are talking about length and activity of Mr. Robert Covington. You want to know why coaches love his defensive presence? It's right there for you.
Brunson, the bounce pass. Here's Jackson. Again, the Mavericks score.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. Trailing by 5. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
Well, Luka Doncic making his own opportunity offensively with the defense he plays. Nice.
Houston's gone 4 of 7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. So here's Westbrook. 8 points for him.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
So Russell Westbrook, the man who only got a college scholarship because someone else didn't want it, comes into the NBA as simply an athletic combo guard, has turned himself into one of the NBA's best. What a story, Mr. Harlan.
That one is no good.
Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And with Westbrook and his elite athleticism, Doris, it can be seen in his great statistics.
Well, you don't average 30 points a game in the NBA unless you can absolutely blow past defenders like Russell Westbrook. Gosh, the strength in his legs allows him to fight for rebounds. He is so productive from the point guard position. It's extraordinary.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
What a college career for Jalen Brunson. 2 championships and a Wooden Award. This is one of the most decorated players in college basketball history.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 13. Brunson the pass to Jackson. Good work defensively by Harden. Rockets trail by 7. Gordon kicks it to Tucker. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's rebounded by Doncic. And Brunson, the College Player of the Year back in 2018, fell to the second round. Doris, when you look at that time, why did he fall?
I think it had everything to do with the fact that he's not an elite athlete by NBA standards. But we know unequivocally Jalen Brunson is a winner. His father played a decade in the NBA. This young man has been around the game since his formative years, and you can see it in his game.
And the first one drops.
And what I like about Cauley Stein is just how hard he plays. Really both ends, a scrappy player.
Cauley Stein hits them both. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Suns. Covington in the corner. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mavericks leading by 9. Doncic with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Harden against Doncic. Jackson down low. 5 points in the game. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. The three from Harden. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Porzingis with the ball. He's got 6. Now Brunson. Can't cash in from close range.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling. Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Jackson. That's now 8 points for Porzingis.
You see, you can tell Porzingis knows when he's in close, he's got the kind of size, touch, and length to make that look easy.
Rockets trail by 11. Now here's Westbrook. 13 points in the game. Outside Gordon. From deep Harden. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Here's Doncic. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
And for Houston, they're shooting 41% from the field in the second quarter up to this point. Gordon finds Tucker. Covington shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Porzingis.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Houston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The Rockets making a switch here. Cephalosha's checked in. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Justin Jackson. And he sinks the second.
What a terrific story Robert Covington is. Gets undrafted out of college, goes to the G League and becomes an MVP, and now one of the very best defenders in the NBA. Truly an incredible journey.
Now here's Kidd-Gilchrist. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. For Dallas, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. First free throw is good. Houston making some changes. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Robert Covington. Both good from the line that time. Rockets trail by 11. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Rockets have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. Mavericks leading by 9. And here's Brunson. He's got 8 on the wing. Doncic. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Carroll, no one around him. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
I like that decision. DeMarre Carroll knows the shot is there for him and pulls it up off the dribble.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Back to Brunson. Now the pass to Kleba over Cephalosha. Dallas again missing. And it's Carroll with the ball for Houston. 7-point differential. Eric Gordon on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. Pass to Westbrook. There's the triple. And another 3 for Houston.
I love how Westbrook rises and fires immediately. Ball touches his hands and it's gone before you can blink.
Kleba the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Porzingis with the ball. Carroll covering. It's stolen by Carroll. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Pass to Westbrook. Launches a 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Tuesday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
That free throw, no good. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Luka Doncic. Good on the second free throw. Rockets trail by 5. 1:06 left here in the second, and the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Brunson with it, working on Green. Brunson, no good. Left side, Gordon. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Back to Brunson. Over Rivers. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 7 now in this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Rivers. 6 points for him. Outside, Gordon. It's rebounded by Dallas. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
And that concludes the first half. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. High turnovers in the first half, James. I'm sure that ball security will be a focus in the second half.
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially unforced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 18 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Straight out of Slovenia, Luka Doncic already exceeding expectations. Tremendous awareness and skill, just enough athleticism, worked his magic again in the first half. This kid is incredible.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, it's almost impossible to catch up if you keep fouling. They need to be the team getting to the foul line at a higher rate in the second half. That means driving to the basket, hitting the cutter, slicing to the basket. Anything going to the basket is your friend.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Dallas leading by 7. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Green, and it's Covington in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now, here's Doncic. The 3 from Porzingis. Rebounded by Tucker. Outside Westbrook. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 7. Jackson against Covington. He kicks to Westbrook. Cauley Stein grabs the board. And with Porzingis, as Doris, you mentioned, that energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the post. What more could you ask?
Now here's Brunson. Jeff Green missing his last shot. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
90 seconds now into the second half. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Harden kicks to Westbrook. Covington passes to Harden. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 17 now.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Cauley Stein. Great D that time from Green. Rockets trail by 6. Passes to Westbrook. All sorts of time. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Westbrook, and he gets it to go.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable the middle.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Kicks to Tucker. A 3-ball. And another 3 for Houston.
I know he's not the most efficient long-range shooter, but Tucker hits enough of those to space out the defense.
Inside. A shot off that time. And it's Houston the other way. Outside, Green. The kick out to Westbrook. Back to Green. Harden outside for the tie. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Jackson misses. Rockets trail by 3. Covington dishes to Westbrook. Back to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Westbrook, no good.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Brunson. Rockets with the rebound.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Down low. Harden, no good. The kick out to Westbrook. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Mavericks leading by 3. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. From deep, Harden. They grab their own miss. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. The Rockets again can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Doncic, no good. And for the Rockets, they're shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Right side, Westbrook. Shoots over Brunson. Here's Tucker. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Jackson against Covington. The pass to Doncic. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Hits it from about 6 feet away. Porzingis has got 10.
You know, Kev, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Houston. And Dallas with a change here too. White's checked in. Right side, Westbrook. Pass to McLemore. Now Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. Shot clock at 5. Covington kicks it to Tucker. Here's McLemore. Another miss by Houston.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Westbrook. Mavericks with the rebound. Cauley Stein's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And now it's an 11-point Dallas lead. Harden with it. He's got 17. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this: the NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 22. Cauley Stein. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Rockets trail by 10. Now Rivers. He's got 6. Pass to Harden. Down low. And Carroll gets it to go.
Well, this score is all about DeMaurice Carroll getting himself good post position. If you allow him that deep, turn the lights out, Kevin.
Now, here's Doncic. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Jackson finds Porzingis. Outside for Jackson. On the wing, Doncic. 6 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. On offense, here are the Rockets. 8-point game. Here's Rivers. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Passes it to Porzingis. Carroll with the rebound. Rockets shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Here's Gordon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Luka Doncic. Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
The free throw drops for Gordon. Houston making a switch here. Cephalosha's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Mavericks leading by 6. Now here's Wright. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. The Rockets 4th.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Shoot 2.
Free throw drops for Wright. And so Wright nails both of them. Rockets trail by 8. And here's Gordon. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. For the 3, it's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley-Stein's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And stolen by Cephalosha. Here's Rivers, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Inside, Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway is subbed in for Jackson. Good on the second free throw. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. They trail by 9 points. There's the pass to Carroll. Three-pointer. And he's good on the 3-ball. Carroll's got 7 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Right with it. Picked up by Rivers. And Doncic gets it to go.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Rivers. He's got 6. Here's Gordon. He kicks it to Carroll. Over to the wing. Misses the 3.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Doncic passes to Powell. Carroll against Hardaway. Doncic outside. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rockets trail by 10. Rivers with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Now here is Cephalosha. Not a lot of room. 5 on the clock. Releases from 15. That one off the back iron and out. Dallas leading by 10. Here's Wright. Banked in off the glass. He has 6.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
There's 1:54 left to play in the third. Pass to Carroll. Back to Gordon. Pass to Tucker. Kleber with the rebound. Kleber's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The Mavericks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. It's stolen by Carroll. Here's the teardrop. That one's not going to go. And it's Dallas the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Now Gordon. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's Rivers on the wing. Kicks it to Carroll. Clock at 6. Houston moving the ball around. Near the 3-point line, it's Gordon. Misses off the right iron.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Kleba, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Out of Würzburg, Germany, undrafted Maxi Kleba with a strong start, Doris, to his career.
Incredible to think he grows up in the same small town as Dirk Nowitzki, and he first meets Dirk when he's 12 years old. What an amazing story for them to become teammates on the Mavericks. So cool.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Green, he's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Dallas. And the second free throw, good. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Rivers against Wright. Lets a floater go. Rivers can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 15. Now here's Wright. He's got 6. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Over Gordon. Kid Gilchrist. The second chance points on the tip in. Kid Gilchrist has got his second basket.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
There's Green with the 3. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Also, DeLon Wright is out there. Powell is out there with Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And it's Kleba in at the power forward.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And here is Wright. Right side Hardaway. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Westbrook. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And finished off by Westbrook.
A defender in his grill, and Russell says, "Let me shake you off, sir. I've got to score this."
In the corner, Powell with it. On the wing, Hardaway. And he converts the layup.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Passes it to Rivers. Carroll kicks to Gordon. And the pass to Westbrook. Shoots over Powell. Tries yet again. And the bucket is good from Carroll in deep.
Well, this guy loves the phrase, quote, "hard work is a talent," and you can see DeMarre Carroll's work on the glass there.
Hey, yo, right here.
Right down low. He's covered by Westbrook. Right against Westbrook. Pass to Hardaway. Clock at 4. Lays it up off the glass. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Rivers against Wright. Now here's Rivers. He's covered closely. The kick out to Westbrook. Buries the long-range jumper. Westbrook's got 25 points in the game.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Kleba. Shot clock at 6. With the fadeaway. The Rockets pull it in. Gordon for 3. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks leading by 14. Here's Wright, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Shoot 2.
Free throw drops for Wright. Houston making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Robert Covington comes in for Gordon, and it's Harden in for Rivers. Then for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Maxi Kleba. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Westbrook with it. Outside Covington. Here's Tucker. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Mavericks leading by 17. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Robert Covington picks one up.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Kid Gilchrist. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. And both free throws good from Michael Kid Gilchrist. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Pass to Tucker. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
How about that burst of speed? Tim Hardaway Jr. Whoa!
Rockets trail by 21.
Get the perimeter.
Now Westbrook. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one falls for Brunson. Dallas making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Westbrook. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The Rockets with another miss. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. 7-foot shot, and Jackson finishes inside.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Timeout called, the Rockets. The 15th pick back in 2017, Justin Jackson, Doris, won a championship, as you know, at North Carolina.
Yeah, Kevin, he spent his first season and a half in Sacramento. Now he gets a new opportunity. Sometimes it's that next stop where young players really find success.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Caboclo comes in for Jeff Green. Daniel House has checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Ben McLemore in for Russell Westbrook. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Porzingis. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson. Here is House to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McLemore. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
And so here is Houston following the score by Dallas. No good, unable to end this run.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
To the paint, Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 17 rebounds. And for the Rockets, they're shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. There's the killer two-handed slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Here's Finney-Smith. The Rockets making the shot. Curry from deep three-point land. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. The pass to McLemore. Harden outside. The tray. Hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got 21.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Jackson.
Kick it out, man. Kick it out.
And here is Cauley-Stein. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Jackson misses. Houston's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. The putback can't throw down the putback. Unloads from 9. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
House, the pass to Hartenstein. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansions?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Green comes in for Caboclo. Robert Covington's checked in for Daniel House. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for McLemore. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway comes in for Justin Jackson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Curry.
Well, Lee has proven to be a valuable role player throughout his career. The combination of shooting and defense is huge.
Now here's Westbrook. And no good that time. Nice D from Porzingis. Cauley Stein passes to Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
So here's Westbrook. Over Lee. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals.
True.
This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
He's got to get to the line a little bit more here in the second half. Let's see if he can get that edge back that he had in the first.
Lee passes to Hardaway. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
And so here is Houston. Here's Westbrook. The Mavericks pull it in. Howell's got 7 rebounds in the game. Hardaway kicks to Curry. For 3. Great D that time from Westbrook. Houston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. No good. Shot missing. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Lee with the ball. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Lee. Fires for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got 5 assists in the game.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Westbrook passes to House. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
A live body off the bench. Dwight Powell gives you productive minutes.
He does, Kevin, and that's most reflected in the plus-minus when you look at his stats. This is a guy who hasn't averaged a ton of minutes, but he scores and he defends at a high level when he's given those minutes.
Now here's McLemore. Passes to House. Over Hardaway. The Rockets with another miss. Dallas has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. It's good on the putback.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Luka Doncic.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock. Here's Curry with the 3. Curry with another miss. Now Rivers. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys did a great job contesting shots and disrupting their offense. What did you like best about the defensive effort tonight?
I think from the beginning of the game, we just started off aggressive. We were connected defensively, and that's why we were able to stop them.
You got it done when it counted, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.